Hello everyone, today I'm gonna tell you about Zoho Bigin, which is the best CRM for a small business. Its prices start from $7 per user per month, which is really affordable and perfect for the very beginning of your business. And today we will make a full overview of Zoho Bigin, show you all of its features and how it works. Before this video begins, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button so you don't miss any useful information we share on this channel.
So, Zoho Bigin is a simplified version of a CRM system. Here you can see your sales pipelines, create contacts, companies, and products, and also connect all of those modules. Let's start from the module Contacts. If you want to create a new contact, there is a specific button for that in the right upper corner. Here you can see the list of your contacts, the contact name, company name, email, phone, and other fields. These fields are fully customizable, so you can add new ones if you need them and remove the ones that you won't use. You can also filter your contacts to find the right ones and create a custom view. Plus, there are additional filters. Except from creating contacts manually, you can also import contacts, but only if you have a CSV file, import notes, or migrate contacts from another CRM system. You can also approve contacts, but only from the Webforms. So if you're using Webforms, there will be a special button that will approve the contacts. You can also manage tags. So here you can see all of the tags that have been created, and you can use these tags to categorize your contacts. You can create any tag you like and delete the ones that you won't use anymore. Except that you can also export this view, and it will be exported as a CSV file. And one more option is mass email to your contacts. The next module is companies. If you have a lot of contacts that belong to one company, you can create a company and add all of those contacts into the profile. Again, in this module, you can see a list of companies, company name, phone, website, and the user that created this company. And again, you can filter the companies, create a custom view, and filter them by additional filters. And also you can import the company records and import notes, and also manage the tags and export this view. The next module is products. You can create your own products or import them. You can import the products from the module products in the CRM system or from Zoho Books or Zoho Inventory. To do that, you will need a CSV file. But also there are some limits on importing the products from Zoho Inventory and Zoho Books, and they depend on the price plan that you choose. So there are 3 different price plans: Free, Express, and Premier, and each has its own limits on the file import. So that is the main thing about Zoho Bigin. It is very similar to Zoho CRM. It is much cheaper and has its limits, but that makes it perfect for small business. And as your business grows, you can move from one plan to another and then to Zoho CRM. Another module of Zoho Bigin is activities. Here you can see all of the tasks, events, and calls. And you can easily add task, event, or call. Here you can see the list of all of the tasks, events, such as meetings, and calls. You can add any task, event, or a call from module contacts, deals, and companies. In all of the records of contacts, companies, or deals, there is a field activities. Here, as you can see, you can add any task, event, or a call. And if you press task, you can see this pop-up window that occurs. And now let's go to the next module, deals. Here you can see all of the deals of your company in a view of a pipeline. You can create your own sales pipelines and the stages of them. You can, of course, filter the deals and create a custom view. You can choose a view from standard to pipeline and also filter the deals by additional filters. And again, you can import deals and import notes, manage the tags, export this view, and customize cards. You can also choose which fields do you want to use and which fields you want to remove. And the last module is Dashboards. Here you can see the analysis of your company. The overview gives you a general report of what's happening in your company now. You can also customize it, but it has limits depending on the price plan that you chose. There are also default dashboards for different modules. So you can get analysis of the deals, tasks, events, calls, emails, and calls by users. There's also an option to view the reports in full screen. And now let's go to settings. The first setting is users and controls. Here you can see all of the users, profiles, roles, and compliances. You can add new users and also filter them by active, inactive, invited, and deleted users. In the profiles, you can create new profiles, for example, administrator, and control the permissions each profile gets. Now let's go to roles. Here you can see the hierarchy of the roles in the company. You can create new roles or change the previous ones. In compliances, you can see two different fields, GDPR compliance and HIPAA compliance. So GDPR compliance is needed to secure your information that is in the CRM system. HIPAA compliance is needed to secure the data of your clients, specifically the health data. The next setting is organization. Here you can fill in all of the information about your company. For example, basic information, addresses, and local information. Here you can also delete the Bigin account. In organization settings, you can also set up the currencies you work with. You can change the statuses as active or inactive, create a new currency, or delete the ones that you don't need anymore. You should also set up the main currency that you work with as a home currency. Also, the maximum quantity of the currencies you can add is 10. The next setting is fields. In all of the modules of Zoho Bigin, there are different fields that you can customize and personalize. All of the fields that you can see are by the default, but you can edit them and add the new ones. There are also unused fields that you can add if you need them. And these unedited fields won't count as custom fields because, as I already mentioned, there are limits on custom fields in Zoho Bigin. You can also add fields as additional information. And again, with different plans, you get different quantity of custom fields. Same goes for contacts, companies, products, tasks, events, and calls. For tasks and events, there's also a limit, and the quantity of the custom fields that you can use in those modules is lower. In calls module, there are no custom fields, but you can make a field mandatory or don't allow duplicate values. The next setting is pipelines and stages. Here you can customize the pipelines and add new pipelines. Also, you can add new stages to all of your pipelines. Again, there are certain limits on the quantity of pipelines and stages in them. Here you can also set up the stage transaction rules. Webform settings. You can add a form to your website and get new contacts to your CRM. Webforms work only with module contacts. Let's move on to workflow settings. Here you can automate your action. You can create a certain workflow for a certain module. So, for example, you can choose a trigger that will be shown on a record action or on a certain date or time. So you can trigger this workflow when a deal is created or edited, or just edited. We can also set up conditions for the triggers. For example, we can choose certain conditions from the fields that are in deals or choose all deals. And after that, we get a responding action. It can be an email notification, a task, update field, or a tag. You can choose between instant actions or scheduled actions. So you can set up an action for certain hours, days, or minutes after the workflow is triggered. Let's move on to another setting, which is data administration. For the data import, we can migrate from another tools. For example, Zoho CRM. Here you can also see the import history. You can also export the data from any module you like, and it will be exported as a CSV file. You can also backup the data, but keep in mind that you have 2 free data backups per month. For additional backups, you have to pay $5 each. There's also a recycle bin. So if you accidentally delete the data or a record, you don't have to worry because the data will be stored here for 60 days. After that, it will be permanently deleted. In audit log, you can see all of the history of the actions that were performed in the CRM system. You can see the dates and the users that performed certain actions. You can also see the time and the module that the action was performed in. And you also can export the audit log. You can also manage the storage. You can see the allowed storage and use storage. There are also limits for allowed storage in each plan. Here you can also see the report on storage consumption by users. In integration settings, you can see all of the ready-made integrations of Zoho Bigin and other apps. In toppings, you can find additional integrations that you can use as extensions to Zoho Bigin. You can find extensions for marketing, productivity, telephony, and others. Here you can also see the installed extensions and the updates in the extensions that you've already installed. Next setting is email. As you can see, Zoho Bigin already has an integration with Gmail by IMAP. There's also a protocol POP3 that you can use. For email, you can also use email templates and create your own. In email sharing, you can edit the permissions of who can view the emails. Emails Insights is a really useful feature. For example, you can receive notifications when your contact opens or clicks on your email. You will also be able to see the email statuses like opened or clicked and be able to filter the records. You will be notified by Signal. In organization email, you can set up an organization email address and add new email address. In deliverability, you can add domain for your email address. So you can improve the deliverability of your emails by adding SPF or DKIM. And now let's move on to social settings. Here you can connect Twitter. You can manage permission levels for the Twitter account connected to Bigin, or you can disconnect this Twitter account from Bigin. You can also add a Twitter account from Zoho Social. In contacts, there's also a social field where you can associate Twitter account to a contact. Here you can like, share, and respond to your contact's Twitter. You can also tweet to the Twitter of your contact. Here you can see all of the interactions that you had with contact's Twitter account. In phone settings, you can integrate the telephony to Zoho Bigin. You can do that by buying an extension on Zoho Marketplace or use Twilio, that is a built-in phone system. And the last setting is signals. We have a tab Signals where we get all of the notifications. So you can set up certain notifications for certain actions in Zoho Bigin. So you can add or remove notifications from email, email insights, call, desk, or Twitter.
I hope you liked the overview of Zoho Bigin. Don't forget to leave in the comments below which overviews of which Zoho apps you want to see in the next video we make. And again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification button so you won't miss any useful information we share here.